Good morning, West Palm Beach. This is Hilary Musser, and yet another episode of the Pink Cardad interview series. I am here today with my favorite AV guy, Diego Del Pino from AVX in Miami, and of course our VP of Construction Services for Hilary Musser Homes, Stuart McGregor. And today, Diego, why don't you tell them what we're going to be doing today?
So we're going to be doing keypad replacement locations for the CRESTRON keypads that are going to automate all the lights in the house. We're going to pinpoint exactly where we're going to put each keypad on the second floor. We'll work our way down to the first floor, and that way we can get all these instructions to our guys so that when they're finished pulling all the wire, everything is exactly where you want it.
Perfect. Thank you. Diego, we're in the master bedroom, which is one of the most important rooms in the house. We have a beautiful pivot door here, which is going to pivot. Do we know which way is it going to pivot this way?
Well, either way. You can push it into the left or out to the right.
Right. So my thought is, since this is a closet, but you could consider there'll be low voltage lighting in here when we open the closet, that I would want the keypad right here
Okay.
and not here.
So we'll probably have the door pivot this way.
But remember that's a pocket, so it'll be over here.
Right, so I know, so you need to frame this up so we can put this.
Well, we get these frames and come through the door.
Oh, so we can't frame this now?
This whole trim package, we get that kit that goes in here, and we get the door itself later.
We can't put up a frame so we can put up.
I mean, I can show. Well, it stops right here. We can hang it and we can put it in the wall later, but there's going to be a stud right on top of that. But it's part of the whole kit that comes with our doors.
So right, I would walk into.
The door's 48 inches, so your door's going to finish here anyway. And then you're going to have more wall space, another close to 48 to the edge of the...
I would put the keypad just outside the edge of the door.
Oh, this is the beginning of the door?
No, that's drywall from the door to hit that right there. It's
I'm
all
not going to
drywall.
put a keypad on the
In the middle of the wall.
Because that's where I put art or whatever. I hate doing that. That's why I needed him for the meeting. I don't.
But you could absolutely just, even if it's hung in front, or I could tell you where to drill it from here.
And just leave the width
Yeah,
hanging
this
for now.
This goes vertical up. My kit is going to start from here and get
Yeah, and the new keypads are not deep at all, so we need a little bit of depth, but not like in the old days where we needed 3.
I've got like 1.25 inches both sides.
So what I would put on this keypad is entry lights, exit, all off.
You're coming and going into the master bedroom.
Yeah, and then, I don't know how close to the door the polyform cabinets come. Do they leave me any room?
You'll get this side, not really. Not in here, not in there.
What about on this side?
This side, let me check. I got the plan over here. You'll be right here outside this wall, so it's just like a 4 or 5 inch return on the opposite side.
So that's going to be a small bit of space.
So it works good. You can reach right outside the cabinets coming out, or
Okay.
Yeah.
the only suggestion I would make is because that's a pivot door and it probably would be closed most of the time. Is that chandelier that may be going in there, or the hi-hat that was in the original plan, is that switched separately from closer to the stair where you can turn that on? Or is that going to go on with the rest of these? Because you might want a little light to get to this switch. Turn that on first, come in, and then it can be in a 3-way, so you can turn it off when you get to this.
Yeah, that's a good idea. See, Stuart, that's why you're the big cheese man.
That's the most heat.
That's always the way it is.
The crown is heavy, my friend.
So, you know what? So Eli is making these cabinets, and so we'll just assume that we're gonna have some shelving lighting when we open up
Okay.
the doors in there, because otherwise it could be dark.
I've sometimes seen that the cabinets come with a little door switch on it. So when you pop the door open, the light turns on automatically.
Inside?
Inside. You don't have to add it to the CRESTRON system, which is more programming modules and stuff, and it's very simple.
Let's see what
Open
he
the door.
says.
It depends whether the light's for, because some want the lights on when they're not open, so you can see what's in there.
Correct.
So some you almost got to put it in
Yeah,
backwards.
if you're using a display.
Right. You don't want it to go on when you open. You want it to go on when it's closed. Art, did you follow what I said about that? There's twofold. In the original plan, there's a hi-hat in the center of that landing outside the pivot door, right at the top of the steps. If you come up, turn on this light. When you open that door, it can be real dark before you get to this next switch, which turns on this row, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This whole row just in this.
There was an LED strip there. Is that still there or is that gone?
There's no LED strip, just the shallow can hi-hats. All right, so is this chandelier or hi-hat? We know how we want to switch.
Well, we decided to put some kind of a light fixture in here. Will the pivot door go this way too?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
I won't hang it too low, don't worry.
All right, but
I
just
got
know, for Jason, we need surface or hi-hat. The other, when we get in here, that switch is going to be at the end of the pocket door hardware. It's going to have a three-way, which works a switch out here and that one to turn this off when you get in. So I don't know where it is on this end, but we have to figure that out. On the other end of this first switch will control the LEDs and the hi-hats on this strip. I think they can be together.
They can be together.
Okay, so
I'm not super picky about that stuff.
okay, so you're going to have 3 switches so far. 1 for these lights over your head, 2 for the end of the three-way for that, and a third for inside the closet.
We can have up to 5 buttons on every keypad.
So right now we just
Is that
occupied
5?
we just occupied 3.
And if you don't have any use for 5, we can get bigger ones that'll take up 1 space and it's just a
Well, you're going to have a 4th right away because you can put the hi-hats in the bedroom here.
Okay.
That's 4. That'll get you around the corner, and the other end over in the sitting area will be the other end of that 4-way.
Or we could separate the LED lights and the hi-hats just in case I wanted mood lighting.
And make that have a 5. Yeah.
There's 5. All right.
Okay, so over here, what I would say, so the 4th switch could be the shoe closet, and the 5th switch can be upstairs in the 2nd.
Well, let me just point something out. We used 4 by separating the LEDs from the spot. That's what got us the 4th.
Correct.
Before that, we only had 3. And then you went to a keypad on the other side of the door, which is virtually 6 inches apart.
I know, but that's just for the closet.
Right, but we still had 2 spaces on the other keypad that's right 6 inches away. Couldn't we just use those 2?
No, we didn't. We said we're gonna do.
No, I still covered those.
All right, then do
But hold on,
fireplaces.
no, because I might be wrong, because I don't know how many keypads you have in your quote. What I was thinking, we had, before we split the LED and the hi-hats, we had 2 spaces left. And you came in here and said another keypad, hi-hat, chandelier. Why don't we do hi-hat, chandelier, and either eliminate a keypad and use everything else on the next one? And
I don't
say,
want
all right, but,
you would never do that. You would never eliminate a keypad in this room and or there.
but you've got 2 keypads, like literally right next to each other.
They almost serve different purposes.
They're two
Okay.
separate rooms.
Okay.
I'm walking into the master. I need to immediately start turning things on in my path. Then I come in here and I want to start turning things on in here
Stuart,
and upstairs.
I appreciate your input, but I know what I'm doing in this regard. I've done a million of these systems and then I've lived in it. So I know what to do. I mean, you have to live in it to understand it. So it does have to be here and it has to be out here. You never walk into a bedroom and then right into your closet. It just doesn't happen. Right? You just don't.
Okay.
And if you do, you could have one of these keys turn the lights on in the closet.
I think that's what I just said.
Well, I still need a keypad in the closet.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, so if you want to put one, if you want to make the 5th one, the closet, hi-hats, that's fine.
Okay.
Let's do that. And then you're going to come in here and you're going to have hi-hats, you're going to have chandelier, you're going to have shoe closet, and you're going to have upstairs. And then you're going to have all on, all off. On every keypad, I want an all on, all off, so you almost have to
So then you're
save.
down to 4 buttons per keypad.
So you're really down to 4 buttons.
Because if you have that
Okay.
all on, all off,
Okay, but that's actually good because we only had 3 and she only added 1 out there, so you're still good.
Right. So all on, all off in this case would mean the entire master suite.
I agree.
Including,
But by the way, the CRESTRON system has multiple, for example, good morning, good night. You could have a good morning downstairs, which is different than a good morning upstairs.
which is
Well, I'm
very
never
practical.
going here for good morning.
No, I'm just giving you as an example, because maybe somebody wakes up downstairs, they hit good morning, and that turns on the public part of the house downstairs. It doesn't affect the master suite. And you get up at a different time, you hit your good morning, and the system does whatever you want to have under that good morning macro command up
Well,
here.
that wouldn't be a switch right here. So, I'm also picking where the CRESTRON keypad goes, and I'm also picking where the alarm goes. The alarm is going to go right here, next to the keypad. That's adjacent-ish, not here.
I typically put it above the keypad,
Okay, yep, above the keypad.
so it's almost like a
I would come to here to turn it on because I don't want it in there.
In the hallway or just around the corner in the closet?
Above the keypad in the hallway. That would be the alarm. So essentially, see how complicated this is, Spotty? So let's pick a location over here.
And remember, you have the spiral if you want. You can put it outside. You know, you don't have to see the whole outside.
I don't want to ruin it. I would just assume, what do we have on here? We have another,
Cabinets take up 24, and then
we have enough space for a keypad right here?
We don't have one in that area.
it's very close.
upstairs.
You got
I
about
don't want
20.
one
You got
upstairs.
about, you got about 2 inches there.
Okay.
I mean, we probably
I'm
could,
gonna turn it off
but
from down here.
Okay.
I can always add something on that side.
Because I'm never gonna walk up the
There's no door
stairs
there.
without any light
Just
on.
I could trick it.
All right.
I'm never walking up the
Yeah,
stairs
we
without
can
light.
get a keypad in.
We can trick it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put your second keypad here, and that'll do the shoe closet and the second floor. You know, I'm never gonna turn it off before I go down the stairs, and I'm always gonna wanna turn it on before I go up the stairs. So I'm not gonna go up in the dark. So there's no point to a keypad up there. Right? Okay. So that's all you need to know in here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's the shoe closet?
I
Does
just
it
put,
call that area?
I put second phase closet.
I don't
just
want it.
call upstairs.
So now it's a question of where we put the CRESTRON pad, right? We have a CRESTRON
Yes,
panel.
we have a large Crestron touchscreen in this room.
Right. It has to go right here.
Centered on the wall, or?
I would get it just
No,
inside the
right
corner.
here.
Just start here and go that way.
Guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube videos. These are the Pink Hard Hat interview series by Hilary Musser. And this time we're at 3208 Washington Road, where we'll be for 5 more months till we're done. And then we're going to take you down the street to our next project, a beautiful modern house on Southern Flagler. Thanks, guys. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.